What is going on, guys? Spazmattic here, back inside Destiny, and today I'm going to bring you guys a video of a review, or I guess a build or setup build of the Nightstalker for PvP and PvE. So I'm doing this because I haven't done these subclass builds in over a year now. I just looked at my Nightstalker build for PvP I did last year, and it was uploaded like November 25th of 2015, so that's literally in 8 days. From today. So I'm going to be doing a video for PvP and PvE because I know in the other video I didn't go over my PvE build. And my build for Nightstalker back then was pretty bad. I was running Intellect Discipline and stuff like that. But since year 3 is here, I know a lot more about the builds and stuff for Nightstalker. I know what to run inside of PvP and PvE and stuff like that. Because I haven't been playing a decent amount of Nightstalker inside of like Crucible and inside of the raid and stuff like that. So I'm bringing you guys a review or slash build for the Nightstalker inside of PvP and PvE. This is totally my opinion on the build. I prefer it's the best for myself. You guys can run whatever you'd like, but I prefer this is probably one of the best things to run inside of PvP and PvE for a Nightstalker. So, to start off with you, I'll go over the weapons and the armor first on my Nightstalker. So I like to run the PDX. It's probably one of my favorite weapons inside of Destiny right now. I got this from the, whatever his name is, the Arms Day person, early Taken King. So I've had this for a very long time. My Matador, this is my Matador. It's the best one I've got. I think I've done a video on it already. It's got rangefinder, spray and play with reinforced and aggressive. So it's really good. It's like my go-to shotgun inside of the Crucible. And for the weapon, the heavy weapon, I like to run the Thunderlord. Pretty basic, probably one of the better machine guns inside of Destiny right now. But for PvE, my PvE weapons, I'd probably run with the PDX still. I sometimes use the Grasp of Malik. It's pretty good as well. But for PvE, I'd probably run this longbow I got. It's pretty decent. It's got long view SRL-10 with triple tap hidden hand. And then for my heavy, I'd probably run Thunderlord or Gallahorn or Sleeper Simulant. So pretty self-explanatory there for my PvE and PvP weapons. But for the Ghost, I got a 399 Senator Shell. It's a perfect roll, 35-25, 100% for that tier 12 if you ever want to go for it. But I just stick with tier 11. I think it's best for me. But for my artifact, I like to run Memory of Yolder with the combination of the Frosties. I think it's a really good combination to run. And I got a perfect roll Iron Saga Cloak with 35-25. Then I got the Days of Iron Halberg. I got this from the Rise of Iron book. You guys can like get that armor, and I just like got a perfect roll for myself. It's not like tier 12 build, but it has shotgun void based subclass and discipline strength. The gauntlets I got increased melee attack speed, increased reload speed of pulse rifles, which I use for my PDX. And then my helmet is the Days of Iron Crown, which is pretty decent discipline strength. That has ashes to asset and bonus grenade energy on orb pickup. So it's pretty decent. I like it a lot. And for the Nightstalker, I know they did fix the Frosty bug where like the grenade wasn't coming back in time or something like that. And they finally fixed that, so the grenade melee actually comes back like in like literally 10 seconds when you're running, which is why I run the Memory of Yolder, because I get sprint cooldown penalty. It removes the sprint cooldown, and I can run for literally as long as I want with any penalty blocking me from that. So with sprinting with the Frosty, you gain tighter turn radius and faster grenade and melee regeneration. So as you guys know, on the Nightstalker you have the Wombo combo, which is the smoke and grenade, which is very good inside of PvP, especially if you land it like perfectly straight on a person, because like I know they nerfed it a bit, and if you like throw it at someone, it's not like perfectly on them, it won't kill them, but you literally have to throw a perfect wombo to get kills with it nowadays. But it is pretty good with the Frosties and the Memory of Yolder with discipline strength, and I have tier 1 intellect as well, so it's pretty good. Definitely usable inside of Crucible. I sometimes use it in PvE sometimes just for the fun of it. But for the grenade, for my Nightstalker, I like to run the Void Wall grenade. You guys can run any single one you want, but I think Void Wall is my favorite grenade for the Nightstalker in my opinion. So I've seen people use the spike grenade. It's pretty good inside of the Crucible. It actually melts people if you're like sitting in that for a while, because it does do a lot of damage. So for the jump, most of you guys should probably be running triple jump, probably the best jump for the Nightstalker. For the super, for PvE, I like to run Black Hole. If I'm ever running sixes inside of Crucible like Control or Supremacy, I'm probably running Quiver, because I like to get more kills with that. But Black Hole is still really good, probably one of the best choices for the bow inside of like anything for the Nightstalker, because it increases the range, it lasts longer, and it can tether more targets, which is really good inside of the Crucible. If you like hit it on a zone or something and there's like 4 people there, you're going to get 4 people tethered, and someone with a Nova Bomb could come in and like Nova them or something like that. But for the smoke, I like to run Envenomed, which adds a toxin that damages enemies within smoke, which is really good. PvE, you could run Vanish and Smoke if you like to go invisible, but I'm not a fan of that. I just like to keep Envenom on for PvE as well. So for my Path Forbidden, this stuff, Way of the Fearless and stuff like that, I like to run max armor with a low recovery and a decent amount of agility. You guys can run whatever you'd like. I think this is the best you can get because I think all the others reduce the armor. I know this is, I wouldn't run that because the recovery is terrible. So I'd probably stick with Path Unknown there. Path Unknown and Way of the Fearless are probably the best two for that, for those columns. For the middle here, for PvE, I like to run Light of the Pack. Killing tethered targets creates orbs of light for your allies. Really good for PvE inside of the raid. If you tether something, it creates a lot of orbs for your teammates, stuff like that. Pretty self-explanatory. But for PvP, I like to run Lockdown. Grenade and smoke effects last twice as long, allowing strong territory control. Pretty good for PvP because your smokes last longer. It can do more damage when someone's in it. It lasts longer, does more damage over time, stuff like that. So I like to run Lockdown for PvP, and sometimes, like I said, Quiver for PvP as well. But I like to stick with Black Hole. And for the last column, I think you guys already know what to run. Shade Step here, probably the best thing in this final column. If you do have the what's the helmet? Graviton Forfeit. I'd rather run Keen Scout. Pretty good to run with Graviton Forfeit. But if I'm not running Graviton Forfeit, because I usually have the Frosties on, I'm running Shade Step. So this is basically what I run for my Nightstalker inside of PvE and PvP. I think it's the best for me. I've been playing a lot of Nightstalker lately because it is fun to use. Blade Dancer and Gunslinger are kind of meh right now. And Nightstalker is probably one of the better hunter classes right now inside of Destiny. And it's been pretty fun. I've been liking it a lot. Hopefully you guys can go for Discipline Strength builds with the Frosties and the Memory of JOLDER. I think it's a great combo with the Wombo combo and stuff like that. It's been really good for me inside of PvP and PvE and stuff like that. So this is what I like to run for my Nightstalker inside of PvP and PvE totally. Like I said earlier in this video, this is totally my opinion. You guys do not, I'm not forcing you guys to run this or anything, but I think it's the best thing to run inside of Destiny for both of those PvP and PvE. And if you guys got any other opinions of like what you guys think is better than my build, you guys can comment what you guys like to run inside of PvP and PvE for your Nightstalker and stuff like that. But other than that, this will be coming up to the end of the video, guys, for what I run inside of Destiny with my Nightstalker. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later back inside Destiny. Peace.